The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for. Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching,
welcome back, folks, inside the Agua Caliente Casino's booth here at Palm Springs Stadium. We're here in the top of the 7th. We've gone through 6. The Pirates are up 3-0. Trevor Eby in another inning of work here in relief of Naun Haro. He'll face off against the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the lineup as it's fouled off by Cole Howarth. Or excuse me, the 3, 4, 5 of the lineup.
Yeah, it's interesting decision. Yeah, Cole Howarth, he's leading off, but it was Esteban Olazaba whose plate appearance was cut short when Hunter Meyer was caught stealing.
Now one is grounded towards the shortstop, cut up by Cohen Goes. He throws the first for the first out. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be Esteban Olazaba is supposed to be up to bat just by rules of baseball, because when you have the caught stealer there, you reset the count, you bring up the same batter from that previous at bat. But instead they bring up Howarth, and now there's a pinch hitter here for Luke Medure.
And that would be number 9, Sonny Rios.
Sonny Rios takes over here. Already a 1-0 count. Next pitch is in there for strike 1. It looks like they also have another, well, it's Cody White who took over in right field, so he's going to be pinch hitting here up in on deck circle here. 1-1 count, 1 man away here in the top of the 7th. The next pitch is floated in for strike 2.
Yeah, 5 pitches in, Eby doing a good job, and yeah, that mystery as to why they didn't go back to Olazaba. Only the universe knows why.
This is a conversation I ask later as it's grounded to Austin Haller. He gloves it up and throws the first for the second out.
So that was the last chance for the beer batter to strike out. No $4 beers tonight for Budweiser and Bud Light, unfortunately. And yeah, here's Cody White, who replaced Jordan Vidamontes in right field back in the 5th inning.
So we'll see if Rios later goes back defensively in left field. Cody White here, who came in for Viramontes back in the 6th inning, watches the first pitch in for ball 1. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. You're listening here on Fox Sports 1270 AM radio and Palm Springs Power YouTube channel. Justin Lee alongside Charlie Gonzalez. The Pirates are up 3-0. Still, the Power have only managed to get 1 hit so far in this game. There's the 1-0 count. It's floated in for strike 1 of the count.
And something we were wondering is if that pitching change for the Inland Valley Pirates will come back to haunt them, and so far it hasn't, but they were getting pieces on the ball, no strikeouts, and look for the middle of the order in the bottom 7th to kind of right the wrongs that the top of the order could not get.
2-1 count here to Cody White. His first at bat of the evening. He takes over for Jordan Viramontes, 2 strikeouts, in line to Austin Haller on a diving catch back in the 4th. The throw over to Cohen Goes as a grounder is there and an in-time play. And the Pirates were not happy with that call whatsoever. And I'm not sure if the coaches, it looks like Coach Charlie Reynoso is going to go out to the base umpire there. There's 2 of them down that first baseline. He's going to give him a piece of his mind. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so let's not go to break just yet. And he saw that throw, and that had a weird, it popped off the bat and over to Cohen Goes. And as soon as it went in his glove, he threw it over as quick as possible. Now he's giving him a lot of lip right there, and it seems like they're going to walk away, and he's going to accept the call. The top of the 7th is over, so we'll be back.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for. Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Back here on Palm Springs Power YouTube channel and Fox Sports 1270 AM radio, the Power in the bottom of the seventh are trying to get a seventh inning rally here with KJ Moon leading off. He takes a big swing and a hack against Chris Hernandez, who's in relief here of Landon Martin.
And EB getting his first pure 1-2-3 inning, and Hernandez doing the same in the bottom sixth. There's strike two.
He gets a piece of it just barely off the glove of Perez, still behind the plate. Defensive-wise, yeah, Rios does go to left field. Cody White now goes to right field. And KJ Moon behind in an 0-2 count to lead off here. It would be Jamal Ritter and Michael Gonzalez coming up next. KJ Moon goes around, swings and misses. Strike three.
And Chris Hernandez, he's a redshirt freshman this past year. Did not play in any games in 2024, but in 2025, he had 8 games and 2 starts, recorded 13 strikeouts in just 9 innings.
Now it falls in for strike one here to Jamal Ritter, who has flown out 2 times tonight, both to the shortstop and the left fielder. Jamal Ritter tries to see if he can get something going here for the Power. And the next pitch is curved around for strike two on the outer edge of the strike zone this time.
5 pitches, 5 strikes so far, Chris Hernandez. He's just past the halfway mark to an immaculate inning. And there was an immaculate inning that happened earlier today in the PSCL.
Yeah, I was with the Bootleggers and Isaac Quintero, who threw a immaculate inning in the 6th inning to get 3 batters out. Well, there goes the immaculate inning as he delivers the ball 1 to 1-2 count for Jamal Ritter. 1 out, 3-0 ball game. Pirates up. Grounder right between the infielders and a diamond grab from the second baseman, but not in time as Jamal Ritter, speedy legs and all, is down at first base.
And that bouncer was just too high for the pitcher, Chris Hernandez, and second baseman just didn't have the jump on it. And the detriment, though, on those bouncers, you have to wait for it to come down, and that buys the base runners enough time to get to their target. And as by the time he dove for it, he got in his glove, he turned his head, and Jamal Ritter was already safe.
So not how Jamal Ritter, I'm sure, imagined to get the second hit of the game, but he does get the job done as he's on board at first base, the first base runner for the Power since the bottom of the 4th. First pitch delivers strike 1 here to Cohen Goes, who steps in for the first time tonight, in relief of Michael Gonzalez, who came out mid-game with an injury. Next pitch in there for a strike as they try to cut down Jamal Ritter. He's got himself another stolen base as it pops out of the glove of the covering man Walls.
And now there's stolen base number 19 on the year for Jamal Ritter.
Getting closer to number 20 on the year, where he leads in the category above all Power players this year. And Cohen Goes will see if he can try to get something here. The freshman from Mililani, Hawaii, in a tight spot here. Try to see if he can bring up the next Power hitters. Both Cato Kleiman and Bryant O'Neill await. 1 out, 0-2 upstairs on the next pitch.
And this is where the decision to pull Landon Martin after 5, which is the minimum you need for a starting pitcher to be in line for the win. You already gave up the first hit since the 2nd inning, and you have a runner in scoring position, something you haven't had for the Power since the second inning.
He takes a hack at the next pitch. Cohen goes, flies it out of play over the first base stands. One-two count, one out. Man at second is Jamal Ritter. Power trying to take back this game, 3-0. The Pirates up on top since the top of the fourth. Jamal Ritter awaiting the next pitch. Down on the ground towards second base, gloved up by Osterl. He throws the first for the second out. Jamal Ritter moves 90 feet, though, to third base.
Yeah, sacrifice ground out, not how he intended, but now the first base runner for the Power at third base today is Jamal Ritter. And thanks to that stolen base, you know, it probably would be it probably would have been a double play had he not stolen second, and the inning would be over, and we could go in the break for the top of the eighth. But now here's Cato Kleiman.
Cato Kleiman has hit the only other hit tonight as he gets drilled in the lower left calf, and he will get on board with a hit by pitch on the first get-go.
Yeah, the only other hit, and now another type of hit, a hit by pitch. So his on-base percentage of the night now at 666 or 667. Do they round up when they do those percentages?
I think they round up.
Okay, yeah, because it's always like you can never get a clean third when it's into 1,000. And now there's an infield meeting on the mound, and I don't think they're going to pull Hernandez. There's no relief pitcher coming out, but they're going to face Brian O'Neill.
Yeah, and this is the guy to get the job done. He has been so good with extra base hits this year. 23 RBIs, has a chance to make it 25 or 26. 9 doubles this year in a big spot with a man at first and third.
Yeah, and he leads the team in RBIs with 23. Behind him is Miles Walton. So Miles Walton's second in RBIs and stolen bases.
1-0 count already for Brian O'Neill. Here's the next pitch. Fastball. He gets jammed up, fouls it till the third base stands, almost takes out a fan here at the ballpark. So here's the situation. 2 outs, 1-1 count. Brian O'Neill, Jamal Ritter at third, and Cato Kleiman at first base. The Power are down 3-0 against the Pirates here in the bottom of the 7th. The next pitch, did it get the knob of Brian O'Neill?
Oh, it looked like it was definitely a pass ball, and I'm not sure why Cato Kleiman didn't advance. He just stood there.
Well, they mark a strike on the scoreboard, so it looks like it was a foul ball off of Brian O'Neill's bat or his knob, whichever way you want to put it. So it's a 1-2 count now for Brian O'Neill. Here's the payoff from Chris Hernandez to see if he can try to bottleneck the Power. Fastball misses low. And it looks like Perez thought it was going to be strike 3 called. It's an even 2-2 count for Brian O'Neill. Runners at the corners. Here in a 3-0 ball game for the Pirates. Power trying to get a 7th inning rally here. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Brian O'Neill goes down swinging and missing.
Yeah, so after 7, they're held scoreless. This is the first time this year that has happened to the Palm Springs Power. Just the Inland Valley Pirates have brought their A game so far as we go to the top of the 8th.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Here for the Palm Springs Power YouTube channel and Fox Sports 1270 AM radio. You're listening here to Justin Lee and Charlie Gonzalez here in the Agua Caliente Casinos press box. And another inning of work for Trevor Eby, who has taken over for Naun Haro and has done a pretty decent job so far. He'll face off against the 6, 7, and 8 batters here as Mark DiCarlo steps in here for second at bat of the evening, and he goes after a pitch for strike one.
And he was the first pinch hitter of the game back in the 5th and fly out to the shortstop on the first pitch.
This one's outside for ball one. So Power have 2 more half innings to try to see if they can climb back into this game. They're down 3-0 if you're just joining us. They've only been able to get 2 hits so far tonight, only 1 runner to third base, and the Pirates have been able to knock in 8 hits. Off speeder makes a 1-2 count as Mark DiCarlo swings and misses.
Yeah, Trevor Eby, he's done a great job, only giving up 3 hits and no runs, but the bats for the Power haven't done their job, so he's just trying to keep the Pirates at bay and give his team a chance.
Strike 3 called in the outside corner, and there goes Mark DiCarlo. That's the 3rd strikeout for Trevor Eby tonight. Here's Darren Osterloh. He's reached twice, scored twice, a single and a walk, but flew out to center field last time. We'll step in right here. Waldy Perez waits on deck.
And it's been really Perez and Walls behind him, whose plate appearances have been the reason why he's gone around. They haven't been retired immediately after him, so it's at bottom of the order being very productive.
Yeah, they have been very productive. A combined 4 hits for the bottom half of the order through the 6 through 9 hitters tonight. As the next pitch is just misses upstairs at 1-1 count now. There's been a handful of walks and a couple of hit-by pitches to Waldy Perez in particular. There's the next pitch on the way. It's floated. Got a good cut of it, and he floats it into left center field. As Jamal Ritter picks it up, it's another single. That's the second one tonight for Darren Osterloh.
Now he's 2 for 3 in 2 hits and 2 runs. Inland Valley Pirates, if they're going to look for someone to give player of the game to, if the Landon Martin, the pitcher, it'd probably be Darren Osterloh at this point.
He certainly showed off his bat tonight.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter hit for Isaiah Walls in the 9 hole, and we'll get that in just a minute. That's number 1, Dominic Garcia. He's on deck.
He's on deck, and the first pitch is delivered to Waldy Perez for strike 1. With a man at first, 1 out. The Pirates are up 3-0, trying to add on some more runs. Waldy Perez, born in Arecibo, Puerto Rico, where his father served in the military for 27 years. Next pitch is fouled off to the right field side, out of play, 0-2 count. And Waldy Perez now at Cal State Fullerton, played a few years at Santa Ana College. He's behind in an 0-2 count here, where he's been somewhat successful tonight with 2 hit-by pitches, but flew out to Jamal Ritter back in the top of the 6th. 0-2 count, man at first, 1 out. Eby checks at first. Osterloh stays back. So don't forget, tomorrow night, the Power will take on the Pirates again as part of Game 2 of this short little series here this weekend. It will be me at the color, Justin Lee, and Stephen Buxton on play-by-play tomorrow night. It's popped up to the right field side. KJ Moon got a good jump on it and doesn't have to move too far to make the second out.
Yeah, 47 pitches. Now he's gone through 3 2/3 innings. Eby has done a good job. And now here comes the pinch hitter number 1, Dominic Garcia.
Dominic Garcia steps in, taking over for Isaiah Walls, who's had some good success tonight as well. A walk, a single, and a strikeout looking. And Isaiah Walls also had 2 RBIs tonight as well. We'll see if Dominic Garcia takes over at shortstop. As the ball gets away from the pitcher, it's picked up by Austin Holler. He throws the first for the final out. So that just literally took 1 pitch to take down the next runner. as they leave another one on the bases. And the Power still behind 3. Still have 2 more chances to try to climb back in and make a comeback here tonight on this Friday evening. We'll be back here inside the press box.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So the Power have 2 more chances in this ball game here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We just literally hit the 2-hour mark. This game has been fairly short in duration compared to the last game against the San Diego Bombers on Wednesday, which was almost 3.5 hours. And Grayson Gegg will lead off here in the bottom of the 8th inning against Chris Hernandez again in his 3rd inning of relief here. He sets, delivers the first pitch, curves it around, and in for strike 1.
And Grayson Gegg walked in the 3rd inning and was tagged out on a double play. And speaking of double plays, only been one, and that was in 3rd inning by the Pirates defense. Usually you see multiple double plays in Power games from either side. Only one here tonight.
And not a lot of chances either, as there's been just a lot of grounder singles for the Pirates as they've knocked in 9 hits total tonight, just to the Powers 2 so far. It's a 1-1 count here for Grayson Gegg as he checks around, and the ball was way inside at 91 miles per hour, 2-1 count.
Now, in the last inning, we saw them kind of pick up and take that next step towards scoring a run. Because in the 6th, that was the first inning, Hernandez pitched in relief. There were no strikeouts. They all got a piece of the ball. Then you had 2 base runners.
He fouls it off down the left field. Oh, off the light pole in left field.
Doink, yes, it happened. I've been waiting for that. And back into the field of play.
That's the 2nd time that left field light pole has been hit. That was about halfway up that pole. The last time it was hit, it was from a KJ Moon foul ball that went off the top of the lights. That pitch is the next pitch delivered. 2-2 count makes it 3-2 now. Full count for Grayson Gegg. 2nd time tonight he's had a full count. Waiting patiently to see if he can try to get on base for Austin Holler, who's on deck. Next pitch. Grayson Gegg goes the other way, and it will take a 1-hopper to left field. He's got the 3rd hit of the night for the Power. And just what the Power needed to get going here.
And that's where we got a leadoff single. They're slowly building momentum in each inning that Eric Hernandez has pitched. No strikeouts in the 6th. 2 base runners in the 7th with a hit. Now a leadoff hit. And you have the tying run on deck.
And the Power looking for more here. It looks like, is that a pinch runner at first base? Yes, that is. I'm trying to get confirmation here of who that is at first base. So there's a pinch runner here for Grayson Gegg as he gets high fives from the Power dugout. So Austin Holler here, no outs in the bottom of the 8th. The Power trying to climb back and get a comeback behind 3 runs against the Inland Valley Pirates here tonight.
Yeah, it's tough to see who that was. It was a change that we made while we were marking our scorebooks, and we're gonna get a word on that as soon as we can.
Austin Holler watches the first pitch fall in for ball 1 here. You're listening to the Palm Springs Power YouTube channel and Fox Sports 1270 AM radio. My name is Justin Lee, alongside Charlie Gonzalez. This has been a very good game so far. But for the Power, they're just starting to get the party going. Here's the next pitch delivery, inside ball. Oh, strike one. That caught up the inside part of the strike zone. It was a curveball that came right in at 91 miles per hour for a 1-1 count here to Austin Haller. Power trying to make a comeback here.
Now, it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, I saw number 3. That's Keaton Nato. I'm not sure.
Austin Haller drives one to right center field. It's close to that wall, and it will take a one-hopper in front of it. Austin Haller goes to second. The pinch runner goes to third. And now the tying run will come up to the plate. A clutch hit from Austin Haller.
Yes, and that it was Keaton Nato. He's pinch running for Grayson Gegg. And so, a very nice piece of hitting. That looked like it was gone. And really, when the ball soars and you see the the light fade off it, you think it's gone. The dimensions of this field are very, very tricky. But Austin Haller had that double, moving Keaton Nato over to third. No outs. This is the best chance they've had. And now here comes a relief pitcher for the Pirates. They don't want to take any chances.
So the Power have knocked in a single and a double via Austin Haller's fly out towards that right center field. It was off the bat at 94 miles per hour, and we'll see a new pitcher in just a few moments as they take out Chris Hernandez. We'll be back here for the Palm Springs Power YouTube channel and Fox Sports 1270 AM radio in just a few.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu. Welcome back to Fox Sports 1270 AM radio and Palm Springs Power YouTube channel. There's a new pitcher for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 8th inning. A leadoff single by Grayson Gegg. He's at third now, and he got moved over by Austin Haller's 94 exit velo double to right center field. There's no outs here in the bottom of the 8th as the Power are mounting a comeback rally here in the bottom of the 8th behind 3-0 in this ball game. Casey Kleiman watches the first pitch for strike one. He's the next batter up. Behind him is Mark Kirkland. KJ Moon awaiting. Casey Kleiman comes around and misses. 0-2 count for Casey Kleiman here. We don't exactly have a name of the pitcher who's up to the mound here since there's nobody on their roster for us listed with the number 38. And Casey Kleiman goes down swinging on the next pitch. That's 3 pitches in a row. And he goes down swinging.
And we got a name, but I think it's a joke. One of our colleagues who's not even here put a name in there, and I think he was just messing with us.
Not John Savage. Mark Kirkland goes the other way, and it's picked up on a liner to Ola Zaba at the third base bag as he comes in to get the second out. And quickly, after 4 pitches, the Power now down to 2 outs with the runners at scoring position, second and third.
And you see the mood for the Power. 2 hits to lead off, one of them an extra base hit, and then the next 4 pitches, the next 2 batters are retired. It's they need something here now. And KJ Moon, if there's any batter that can do it that we've seen, it's KJ.
One swing of the bat can change the outcome of a game. 2 outs. First pitch delivered just outside. That's a slider, 83 miles per hour, 0-1 count. There's a runner at first and second. Austin Holler at second and Grayson Gegg at third base. They've knocked in the 3rd and 4th hits of the night for the Power. They're down 3-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. KJ Moon tried to swing for the fences, misses on the next pitch. It's a 1-1 count. Power looking for something here. 1-1 count for KJ. It's another slider, misses outside for ball 2.
All right, so the name of the pitcher is number 38, Bobby Mahoney, who is not on the mound and not on the roster, or he was not on the roster, so we're gonna have to add him later. But yeah, number 38, Bobby Mahoney, is pitching for the Inland Valley Pirates.
2-1 pitch here for KJ Moon. Sits and delivers. Strike 2. Another slider, but this time he started it outside and it climbed its way back into the strike zone. And that's called dealing a really dangerous pitch, the way that he brought that back in. That was a good pitch for KJ Moon to lay one out on. 2 outs, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. KJ Moon survives another pitch to make it full. This will be a big payoff pitch here for Bobby Mahoney. There's a runner at second and third. Austin Holler at second. Grayson Gegg at third. Power down 3-0 against the Pirates. Payoff pitch on the way. He grounds it foul down the third base line.
Keaton Nato, the pinch running for Grayson Gegg at third, and then Austin Holler at second. Now, Nato hasn't had as much playing time this year, but he's got wheels, and that is what Casey Dill saw. That's why he put him out there.
Payoff pitch again after the foul ball. On the way, and it's in the dirt. 7-pitch walk to KJ Moon. Loads up the bases here in the bottom of the 8th.
And now they're going to have another talk. And good, after coming in for Hernandez, giving off 2 hits in this bottom 8th inning, Mahoney retired the first 2 batters, but now you have the tying run aboard, the leading run at the plate, and that's in Jamal Ritter.
And Jamal Ritter has a good chance to do so. All he needs to do is just get a good hit line drive into the outfield. The outfield right now has big wide gaps between all 3 of them. Jamal Ritter steps in with the bases loaded here. 2 outs, they're down 3-0. The Power trying to make a comeback here. The go-ahead run is at the plate. Right behind him would be Michael Gonzalez if he can reach. Or excuse me, Cohen Goes. Here's the first pitch. Jamal Ritter fouled it off.
And there's no one who probably feels more pressure in him in the game off for the Power than Jamal Ritter, because you got loaded bases. It's the bottom 8th. You're down by 3, and there's 2 outs. This is probably the best chance you're going to get to put some runs on the board or potentially take the lead in this game.
The infield is wide open right down the middle, and a balk! As Bobby Mahoney feels the pressure, he rolls over the mound, and the first runs of the game for the Power will score.
And that was just a mistake on his part because he lost his balance and he stumbled backwards, resulting in a balk. So Keaton Nato scores. Austin Holler goes to third, and KJ Moon is now at second, and it's still a 0-1 count for Jamal Ritter.
Everyone moves over 90 feet, 3-1 ball game. 0-1 count, Jamal Ritter lays one up in the air towards left field. Running in is Rios. He will make the catch in shallow left field. And that's how the inning ends. The Power able to knock in the first runs of the game. It's 3-1 now, and they're down to their final chance, as we'll see if they can hold off the Pirates in the top of the 9th. We'll be back here in just a few.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the
Welcome back for Fox Sports 1270 AM radio and Palm Springs Power YouTube channel. The Power had a good chance to get the comeback going, unable to score 2 runs back in the bottom of the 8th inning. They did score 1 though to make it 3-1 here. And Chapman Weber takes over for Trevor Eby, try to hold the Pirates to the score as it is right now and give themselves a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th.
And here's pincher Diego Orozco in the 1 hole for Hunter Meyer. We'll probably see a straight switch in center field in the bottom.
He goes after the first pitch and fouls it off.
And yeah, Chapman Weber here is the closer, looking to preserve their 2-run deficit and not let it go back to where it was and perhaps longer. It's no balls, 2 strikes.
He throws a cutter outside. It caught the strike zone for an 0-2 count. Chapman Weber delivers. No call, strike 3. 1-2 count.
Trevor Eby, the final line for him, 4 innings pitched, 48 pitches, no walks, 3 strikeouts, 4 hits, and no runs.
That one is dropped in, and it looks like it got a piece of the home plate umpire. It's a 2-2 count with the umpire stumbling around, and he's on his knees right now. Or not on his knees, but he's got his elbows on his knees right now, but he looks like he's going to be okay.
You're kind of bending over, letting him walk off the pane. The infield umpire is going to come and talk to him, see how he's doing. But that was a pass ball, just skipping right past Casey Kleinman and getting a piece of his leg.
So Chapman Weber here in this situation trying to hold off the Pirates here right now. He's pitched in 2 games. Has a solid 0 ERA through 3 innings so far this year. Has faced 10 batters, struck out 6, so he would be in line here if he can hold off the Pirates and allow the Power to get a walk-off win. That pitch is just outside for ball 3. Those 3 pitches in a row have been in the same location. The first pitch in that sign was called for a strike, and then the next 2 were called balls.
You know, Roscoe previously played at Cerritos College. Now he's uncommitted.
And it's a walk here for Roscoe. He's on board.
And Esteban Olazaba, 0 for 3. And he was the batter whose plate appearance was cut short back in the 6th inning when Hunter Meyer was caught stealing. And his at-bat did not resume in the 7th. Now here he is. It's probably last time tonight.
So he should have 5 at-bats up to this point, but he has 4 technically now because they skipped around him. I'm not sure exactly what happened down there. But here he is, man at first. No outs, 3-1 is your score. The Pirates trying to tack on some more runs before we get to the bottom of the 9th. First pitch delivery from Weber, strike 1.
You know, Weber feeling the pressure, a leadoff walk. And today, for the Power pitchers, that's the first of its kind.
Whoa, over the head of Esteban Odazoba. I felt that one up here as it almost cut him down on the top of his helmet. And the pass ball allows Diego Orozco to go to second.
Well, that was definitely a wild pitch. That was way out of the zone. And catcher Casey Kleiman did not get his glove anywhere near it. And so runner scoring position with no outs in the top of the ninth. The Pirates threatening once again.
Sorry, folks, if I scared you at home. I swear I didn't mean to do that. I just felt for the man that's in the box right now. 1-1 count on the wild pitch. I'm surprised you didn't have a reaction to that, Charlie.
No, I flinched, but
not crazy enough, huh?
no. I flinch more, like I feel for the players if it almost hits them, but I flinch more when it's coming my way.
That's true.
And I use you as a human shield.
There's been a few times of foul balls that come to the press box, but none have gone inside. There was one time it went to the left side of the press box.
And we weren't so lucky.
Yeah. 2-1 count. Man at second now after the wild pitch. It's popped up in the air over the press box.
Yeah, that's not going to land right in front of me.
2-2 count for Esteban Olazaba. He's got a man at second base, and Diego Orozco, who got on board with the leadoff walk, as the Pirates try to tack on some extra runs and some breathing room. The game is still within reach. 3-1 is the score as the Power scored a run back in the last half inning. He delivers up in the air. It looks like it might be playable. It's still trailing towards the right field side, and Kirkland trying to reach over the fence, unable, as he was just away from it by 2 ball lengths.
Yeah, he reached his glove as far as he could, and if he could have left over it, but then he would have been out of play and the catch wouldn't have counted, but that was just out of his reach. It was close. That's the closest ball that's gone out of the field of play, or foul ball, that a infielder has gone to get it.
2-2 count still remains for Esteban Olazaba. Two count after the foul ball. Man at second. No outs. And the pitch got him, strike 3.
Yeah, and Olazaba definitely thought he had ball ball 3 there. We've seen pitches called as a ball in that spot, and now we have a pinch hitter in the 3 hole. It's coincidentally a player wearing number 3, and oh dear, we don't have a number 3 on this roster we were given either, so we're going to have to figure that out during the break.
Here we go. Oh, my goodness. He'll take over at first base, so we'll see if we can try to get our man Griffin McDaniel to get a word on that. Our producer at this point. Man at second, 1 out. First pitch delivered, ball 1 to the pinch hitter here, number 3, nicknamed Mr. John Doe. For now, Sonny Rios is on deck, Cody White in the hole. The Power are down 3-1 here in the top of the 9th. Chapman Weber pitches, delivered, down the way. They try to tag the runner at third, but he picks up and throws to first. A good scoop by Mark Kirkland at first base. So Cato Kleiman wanted a double play there, but he elects to go after first base because the runner was going down the first base line. Looked like he was going to be safe if Cato Kleiman tried to make the tag there, but I'm a little surprised that Cato Kleiman didn't just try to get the lead runner there, but there's 2 outs anyways.
That's okay. But you know, the thing is about that, he didn't have to advance Diego Orozco. He could have stayed had he wanted to. The issue was he thought maybe he would tag the bag first, and number 3 would have been safe as a result as well. And so he just said, you know what, I'm just going to give up on this. You can stay at third, and I'm going to get the runner out who just got a hit.
He likes to get the easy out, but it wasn't an easy throw over to Mark Kirkland, who had to scoop it up. But that's why you have a good, solid first baseman who's been in college baseball for some time over there at first base. 0-1 count here to Sonny Rios, his second at bat today, and he fouls off the next pitch. 0-2, and now Chapman Weber can get out of the inning. No runs allowed here in this single inning of relief for Trevor Eby and Naun Haro. And give the Power a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. And the preview of that would be Cohen Goes, Cato Kleiman, and Brian O'Neill. The 6, 7, 8 guys in the batting order, as this one's popped up way out of play down the first base side.
Rios came in, grounded out 4-3. That was part of the 1-2-3 inning that Eby had in the 7th. And he's doing everything he can to stay alive.
Right now, the Power are trying to advance to 7-3 in CPCL play. The Inland Valley Pirates are trying to move on to 6-2-1 in CPCL play. The Power trying to get to number 16 win of the year. The ball gets away. Chapman Weber threw it. Wild pitch. Chapman Weber tries to make a play at home. And under the tag is Diego Orozco, who brings in a crucial run to bring it 4-1 for the Pirates.
And that wild pitch soaring over the head of not just Casey Kleiman, but also Sonny Rios. Now, Weber, he did a good job of going to home plate to cover. The issue is it just went all the way to the backstop. It did not slow down at all. Casey Kleiman didn't get his glove on it. And as a result, an insurance run comes home for the Pirates.
And it wasn't a very good release point. It looked like Chapman Weber wanted a curveball pitch, and he just lost grip of it as he sailed it over Casey Kleiman's head. 1-2 count. Chapman Weber delivers. It's fouled off. So Chapman Weber comes in relief, tries to hold the Pirates to 3-1, and they made it 4-1 now with a wild pitch from Chapman Weber. With the man at third was Diego Orozco. And now you start to wonder whether Cato should have gotten that runner out, or at least attempted to. It's still 2 outs anyways. 1-2 as the ball is in the dirt. 2-2 count now for Sonny Rios. Cody White still on deck. Pirates get a crucial insurance run here in the top of the 9th.
Weber feeling responsible for that wild pitch.
Popped up in the air. It's playable. KJ Moon waltzes in from right field. He makes the catch. Chapman Weber takes over. Does give up a run, though, to the Pirates, but it's still within striking distance. 4-1 is your score. We're off to the bottom of the 9th. And the Power will try to see if they can walk it off here for Fox Sports 1270 AM radio and Palm Springs Power YouTube.
It's a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
All right, folks, final chance for the Power to make a comeback win here tonight. 4-1 is the score. They need 3 runs to tie it here in the bottom of the 9th. It will be Cohen Goes, Cato Kleiman, and then Brian O'Neill. 6, 7, 8 in the batting order. As they face off against Bobby Mahoney, who already gave up a run back in the last half inning with a balk, as that one sent down to first base and already the first out to the first baseman. That's Andrew Sanchez who makes the play.
That was quick. We saw that earlier on the hit by Austin Haller, and then he threw it and tagged out Grayson Gegg.
Not ideally how the Power want to start this bottom half of the 9th, down 4-1. But here's Cato Kleiman, who's had one of the 4 hits tonight as he watches ball 1. And there's defensive subs. Cody White moves over to center field. As the next pitch is delivered, 1-2-0 count. Looks like there's also a change in right field, but we're not exactly sure who it is over there. See if we can figure out who that is in just a second. Another pitch inside, and almost cuts down Cato Kleiman as he gets out of the way. The Power staff here trying to get the crowd going with some hype music. 3-0 count. Next pitch is in there for strike one on the inside corner.
This is crunch time, and Mahoney doing his best to keep him at bay. He faced 4 batters, and when he relieved Hernandez.
And there's 5-pitch walk here for Cato Kleiman. The 3rd time tonight he's reached on base. So there's just a single out here in the bottom of the 9th. The Power trying to mount a comeback and walk it off here. 4-1 is the score. The tying run is awaiting on deck. Coach Reynoso for the Pirates is going to have a mound visit and bring in his entire infield. Keaton Nato would be the tying run if he's able to come up here. Brian O'Neill is the next man up.
Diego Orozco is in right field. He just bent over, and I saw his number on the back of his jersey. So thank you for stretching and letting me spot your number out there.
Let's see if he watches this later.
I don't think he will. Unless they hold on, maybe he wants to see the replay of the game.
Garcia is now at second, and Osterloh's at shortstop actually now. So we're back in play. First pitch is delivered for strike one. Here to Brian O'Neill in a big spot. 1 out. Down 4-1. Bottom 9th. 0-1 is the count. Runner at first is Cato Kleiman after a walk. Sets, kicks, fires. Upstairs. 1-1 count here for Brian O'Neill. Brian O'Neill currently in the transfer portal from San Juan, Puerto Rico, where he was born and grew up. Trying to get the power up top here. Ball inside just misses. 91 miles per hour. That was I want to say a curveball inside pitch.
Nearly hit him.
Oh, yeah, he almost did on that right elbow of his. 2-1 count. Here's the next delivery. Brian O'Neill comes back in and drills it to the Pirates dugout. Makes it a 2-2 count. Power trying to stay very patient here. They need another runner. The go-ahead run would be Austin Holler, who's in the hole. Down 4-1, 2-2 count, 1 out. And Brian O'Neill comes around. It's a drop or strike. I don't know why Brian O'Neill's just standing there.
They're saying maybe it was a ball 3. He did not go around, and they're going to see exactly what the call was.
So they're saying Brian O'Neill right now is out at home plate. He's still standing in the batter's box. I don't think he realizes it yet. Now he sees the sign, and he's gone.
So he came around on that, and it's 2 outs, but stealing second is Cato Kleiman.
Cato Kleiman moves over to second base, but there's 2 outs now, and the Power down to their final out. There's an appeal here to the base umpire, John Kibble. Not sure exactly. It's Osterloh in the mix here trying to ask for something. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, and here comes the head coach of the Pirates. He's coming out, and then he's walking back. Now he's going out into the infield, and they're saying that Cato Kleiman has to go back to first. And then Brian O'Neill is still at the plate.
They're saying he needs to go back to first because the ball was a dead ball play because it was out of play with Brian O'Neill knocking it down. And then here comes Coach Reynoso. I'm not sure if he's trying to appeal an out here as they try to tag him there at second. And the whole infield is coming in. So this is a weird situation happening right here in the bottom of the 9th. It should be 2 outs right now. Cato Kleiman should stay at first. And Brian O'Neill is still back in the batter's box still. So I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Me neither. And it looks like the discussions are peaceful. Like neither coaches are really upset. They just want clarification on this. And so Brian O'Neill, yeah, he is going to be out. He is walking back, and the dead ball resulting in Cato Kleiman's stolen base being taken away. So he's at first.
Okay, so there's 2 outs here. Cato Kleiman does not get a stolen base. He still stays at first. There's 2 outs. Here is Keaton Nato, who steps into the box. Power down to their final out, behind 4-1 here against the Pirates.
And Keaton Nato came in, first appearance of the game, pinch ran in the 8th for Grayson Gegg after he got on with a leadoff single, and now he'll just be pinch hitting for him.
Fastball right down the middle. It's strike 1. That's in there for ball 1. 1-1 count, 2 outs. For Caden Nato, his first at bat tonight, taking over for Grayson Gegg. Next pitch delivered, outside corner, strike 2. Now the Power down to their final strike.
Everyone here, there's a lot of fans that were like talking loudly during that discussion, and they're on the edge of their seats.
That one's delivered in the dirt. It's a good stop by Perez behind the mound to stop a ball from getting by.
You know, watch also the you have Olazaba at third and Garcia at short, and they're both playing real tight. They don't want anything to get past them. They want to make sure they can get a ground out, potentially a 6-4 fielder's choice.
And Keaton Nato goes after a pitch upstairs. He goes down swinging strike 3 as the Pirates take game 1 of this 2-game series over the Power. They get a victory here as the Power leave another man on base. Final score 4-1 here at the ballpark. The Power unable to come back with a comeback win here tonight, as they'll try to take one back from the Pirates tomorrow night as they take on the Pirates in the 2nd game of the series. The losing pitcher would most likely be Naun Haro in this situation, and the winning pitcher would be
Landon Martin.
The starting pitcher.
And the save opportunity for Hernandez, but he came out of the game, so now Bobby Mahoney will get the save.
And that's it here, folks. The Power go down to 15-4 now on the season. They're 6-4 in CPCL play. The Pirates advance to 6-2-1 on their young season. So we'll see if the Power can try to bounce back on the win column as they drop one here tonight. You've been listening to Justin Lee and Charlie Gonzalez here for Palm Springs Power. We'll see you tomorrow night. And as we say to all our friends and family at home, good night from Palm Springs.